Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? It is day three. Day three, y'all, of the challenge. Y'all, my hair looks so fluffy. I don't know, I just had to do that. But yeah, it is day three of the challenge, y'all. We are literally on day three, and I'm so excited about that because we're halfway through it, and I have some really good stuff to talk to y'all about today. We're going to talk about why intermittent fasting has not worked for you in the past. All right, I'm going to talk about a few different reasons why. And these are from my own experience. These are from the experience of my clients. And these are from the experience of just women that I've talked to, may have asked me questions or may have commented on my post or something like that. We're going to talk about it. All right. Why it may not be working for you and what you need to change to get that result. Okay. So if that is what you need, keep on watching. Okay. If you're somebody who you've kind of accidentally intermittent fast in the past, like you're like, oh, intermittent fasting makes you lose weight. Well, I've been doing that for years and it hasn't, made me lose weight. This is a good training for you. um, Also, a little side note as well. I hurt my foot last night, so I will not be doing a workout circuit today. I will be doing one tomorrow. I'll just wrap it up tomorrow and we'll move on. But yeah, so that's what's going on today. I'm super excited about sharing this with you because a lot of people have said to me, I've tried intermittent fasting, or that's basically what I do now, and I haven't lost any weight yet. And so I want to just kind of express to you the difference between what you may be doing and the way to do it to 100% get results every single time. And let me know if that sounds good. If it sounds good, that if you follow this formula, if you skip out on these three things that you may be doing wrong, you can get results with intermittent fasting every single time. There's almost no one who can try this and not get results. Okay. This is almost a 100% guarantee. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Let me make sure I also share this in the group that I'm live. Where will I find the link? All right. Let's talk about accidental intermittent fasting. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. This is for the ladies who say intermittent fasting, like not eating until 12 or 3. That's basically what I do now. I go throughout my day, and when I start in the morning, I kind of get my kids ready for school. I'm getting ready for work. I'm making sure I have everything that I need. I'm at work. I'm doing all of this stuff and don't even think about eating until later in the day. Right? And some people do this every single day. Let me know if that's you. I want you to put a 1 in the comments, okay? Because a lot of ladies have said this to me, and I think it's kind of the way that we prioritize ourselves and taking care and nourishing ourselves when we have so many other people to take care of. Sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's just taking that time to ourselves, and we haven't done that. We haven't thought it out, But that accidental intermittent fasting, let me know if you've tried that and didn't get results. Maybe gained weight over time. I've heard that more than anything, gaining weight over time. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. The main reason why people gain weight with accidental intermittent fasting, let me put that little tag on it. Accidental intermittent fasting can make you gain weight because most of the time people are either taking in too many calories once they eat, they're eating too late in the day. Like this is one thing that I see a lot. You might start eating at 3, but then eat until like midnight. You might start eating at noon, not eat anything until noon. It's lunchtime, right? You're at work, so you just go and pick up something. And then you eat until late at night. If that's you, let me know in the chat. Okay. The reason why that may not work is a few different reasons. This accidental intermittent fasting is kind of multifaceted, right? I find that for most people, it doesn't work because they're still getting in too little calories, which we're going to talk about a little later, or they may be getting in too many calories, or they may have too big of an eating window. Okay, so all these kind of tie into each other, and I'm going to talk more about the other ones later on, but if you're getting in, let's say 3,000 calories and your weight loss calories are like 1,800, right? And you're eating like 3,000 calories, and the time between when you start eating and when you finish eating in the day, you're still going to gain weight, right? Also, if you're eating like 3,000 calories and your eating window is like 12 hours, like you're eating between 12 noon and 12 midnight, you know, you just go and have a little ice cream, you go and eat a few chips, your body's still digesting. And so it's always in that process. It never kind of gets to that fat burning zone throughout your awake throughout the day when you're awake. So that's one thing that is a reason why you may be gaining weight with accidental intermittent fasting. Okay. I'm gonna share this really quick in my group. So let me know if you've ever kind of caught yourself doing accidental intermittent fasting. Most of the time now, I'm like pretty conscious about it. But let me tell you, it's very easy, especially for women with multiple children or with a very busy schedule, to get into this habit and then not really know how to break out of that cycle. So if you have gotten into that habit, you don't really know how to break that cycle, I want you to let me know. Okay. Then the second thing, oh, here's the link. Perfect. Right at the top. All right. Then the second thing that I find is the reason why you haven't lost weight with intermittent fasting is because you're still under the calories that you should be at. So for people who are intermittent fasting, and let's say they say, oh, well, I see other people doing 1 meal a day, I'm going to do 1 meal a day, right? But then when they do eat, they have broccoli, maybe they have chicken, maybe they have potatoes or something like that, right? Maybe they have a sandwich or even some pizza, right? At the most, in 1 meal, you're going to maybe get around 500 to 1,000 calories, right? So if you're eating 500 to 1,000 calories in the day, your body is starting to shut down some metabolic processes so it can keep you alive. 500 to 1,000 calories for an adult is just not enough calories to keep all of your metabolic processes running. For most people, their baseline, like for me, my baseline is like 1,300, 1,400 calories that I need just to stay alive. You know, just for all of my, I shouldn't say to stay alive because I won't die if I don't eat it, right? But just for all of my metabolic processes to function the way that they should, all of my digestion, all of my enzyme creation, all the different things, all my body lymphatic system to function, all of my organs to function the way that they should, my circulation to work the way that it should, all of those different things, they require at least about 1,400 calories. Okay. And that's for me, for my weight, my height, my body. Over time, that's what I've seen. So that's my baseline, bare bones, you just getting everything done amount of calories. Okay. If I was doing 1,200 calories, 1,000 calories, 800 calories, because I was like, I need to lose some weight, I'm going to do OMAD. Just imagine there are certain things that are not going to work. You might not be, your lymphatic system might not be draining properly. So you might be holding on to a lot of water weight. You might have some of your organs are not at their best function. Your skin may not be detoxing properly. There are just so many different things that may not be working at the best of its capacity because you're not getting enough calories to do that. Okay. And the body really just starts to turn things off and click things off to save energy. It's just like if you know, hey, my power, like here, our power is prepaid. So if I put $20 on there, that's going to last about a month, right? But if all the lights are on, it might last a little less time. If I start clicking lights off, it'll last a little longer. So that's what the body's doing. So if you stay at a very low calorie range, it's very hard for your body to jump into fat loss. It's very hard for your body to hold on to the muscle that you've built to keep that toned look. It's very hard for a lot of different things. So that's the reason why you may be holding on to weight while you're doing intermittent fasting. That's another reason. Okay. And then another reason that I had was you're not planning. Are you planning? Keep it real with me. You're not planning out what you're going to do during the day. Like for today, I already know when I break my fast, I'm going to break my fast in about 2 hours, about 3 o'clock, because I'm doing OMAD fasting again today. Yesterday, I did 12-8. The day before I did OMAD fasting, right? So I kind of had that planned out. Was the level 2 for this challenge for anybody who's been consistently intermittent fasting already. Okay. And let me put this link in the group so I can get some more people in here. Okay, perfect. Okay. I'm going to say, here's the link to join me. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I got to do all this at the same time. I got to make sure I do all of this. All right. Okay. So listen, so if you're not planning it out, I already know that at 5 o'clock, I'm going to have a smoothie bowl with frozen bananas, cocoa powder or cacao powder. I have peanut butter, and I'm going to have that with maybe like an orange or something like that. And that's what I'm going to have. That's what I'm going to have to break my fast. And then I know about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour later, I'm going to have some chickpeas. I was going to make some hummus and make like a veggie wrap with some cabbage, hummus, maybe like some cucumbers, tomatoes, onions, that type of thing. That sounds good. So I know today I already have the stuff for that. I just kind of go through it briefly in my mind. And I also know that when I plug it into an app, like I'll show you what I use, like my MyFitnessPal, I'm getting in at least my bare minimum calories to keep my metabolic processes running. I'm also hitting my protein goal with that because I'm going to add some seasoning, make sure I have enough protein in that meal. So my on a regular day-to-day basis goal is 2,249 calories. Quite a bit of food, right? And today I'll probably be getting in maybe about 1,800. So I do expect to lose some weight this week on this intermittent fasting. Although on my 16-8 days, yesterday, I ate a full range of food. So you can still lose weight, right? Doing this, but you can also gain muscle doing this because I'll still be making sure I get in my protein. So that's the thing I want you to know is plan out how long you're going to eat, what you're going to eat. Make sure you have everything you need for that inside the house and make sure it's easily accessible for you. Okay. And I want to stop for a minute and just encourage you to know that this is a general blueprint for you to get results in this first week. To do the OMAD 16-8, the 2 recommended types of intermittent fasting that I gave you, right? This is a general recommendation. If you would like something a little bit more custom, if you would like to deal with some problems that you're facing in your specific fitness journey, maybe you're having a plateau, maybe you're at a point where you've been fasting correctly, but it's not working for you anymore. Maybe you're at a point where you don't know what exercises to do while fasting, and you just need a little insight. Go ahead and book a call with me. I'm going to put the link right here. I'm going to put all of the links right here if I can, because I want to talk to you about this on a one-to-one basis. And I want to see how I can help you further. If you're at that point where you need some help to continue getting results in your fitness journey, reach out to me. Oh, okay. It's like, did I post it more than once? I don't think so. Oh, no, it's just split up. Okay. So I'll share it like this. I added the day 1 replay in the comments, so you'll be able to see that there. You'll also be able to grab my new 6-week accelerated program. It's already on my web store, so you can grab that and you can go ahead and secure your spot. In about 2 weeks, I'm going to be taking a few ladies through the 6-week accelerated program. It's going to be group coaching, so you'll be able to see everybody else on that same journey as you, but this is called an accelerated program for a reason. The reason why I call it that is because I'm going to be giving you a 3-phase intermittent fasting plan. I'm going to be giving you a daily core routine to make sure you get your core in check. If you sit all day at work and you know you need something to kind of get your core together and get your posture together, I'm going to be giving you 4 workouts throughout the week, 30-minute workouts, 4 workouts throughout the week. And you're going to have those literally as a group. So everybody's going to be on that same page. You're going to have that support and that accountability from those other women going through the same process. And at the end of the 6 weeks, you're going to have those habits, because let me tell you, it's going to be a serious 6 weeks. Usually I do long-term programs, and I wanted to start out for a lot of people, for most people, with that 6 weeks to build those habits. And that accelerated in a 6 weeks, you're going to build those habits because you're going to be held accountable. This is not just like a slow slow-paced program for long-term results. This is to get you the results so that you have the inner motivation to do the long game. Right? This is the short game, so you can get the motivation to do the long game. So if you're interested in that, if you know, hey, listen, before summer, I need to be back on my regimen. I need to have lost this 10, 15, 20 pounds, and I really need to get in the habit of doing it so that I can continue forever. You need the 6-week program. So I put the link here for all of these different things. I hope it broke it up so you can see each link individually. If not, let me know and I'll still share them with you. Just say, hey, Ameera, I need your Facebook link, or I need your transformation call link, or whatever. And if you don't know if this is the right one for you, if you're like, hey, listen, you share this with me, I don't know if this is exactly what I need, but I'm willing to talk to you about how you could possibly help me in any way, book a transformation call with me. It is completely free. You have no obligation. I don't even sell you anything on the first call. I have absolutely nothing to sell you. I just want to know, where are you in your fitness journey? What are some things that have been holding you back, and how you can use a simple strategy to get past that, to get to your next level. Okay. So that link is also in the comments. So let's kind of get back to some of these tips. Okay. I'll also be sharing this with you guys. If you miss out watching this live, don't worry ever. Don't worry ever. I'm going to be emailing you. I email you guys every time with the replay. So no worries. But yeah, I have a few more things I want to share with you guys. Let me pull back up my notes when it comes to this. Yeah, a few more things I want to share with you when it comes to this. So we kind of talked about how intermittent fasting is not a diet in a conventional sense. It's more of an eating pattern, right? And let me know if you heard me say that before, because I think we kind of talked about that on the first day. It is an eating pattern. And this is important because it doesn't restrict what you eat. It only restricts when you eat, which is cool, right? It's cool. But one reason why you may not be getting results with intermittent fasting is you may be fasting in too long or you may be fasting in too short of a time span for what you're actually eating. So I know some people who do intermittent fasting, and honey, they're getting chicken wings, donuts, they're eating big bowls of cereal, they're having cookies, they're having all of these different things, right? And then they're still, for some reason, not getting the results that they want. I would say this, okay? And this is going to sound completely crazy, okay? But I told you we're spilling a little tea today. All right, so get your notebook out. This is going to sound completely crazy, but you have a lot more leeway on what you eat when you're intermittent fasting. However, okay, the way that your body responds, I don't know how your body's going to respond though. So if you're eating certain things, like, on your eating days, you're eating chicken wings, donuts, big bowls of cereal, cookies, all that stuff, right? But you're not hitting your protein goals. You're not getting in enough healthy fats. Your micronutrients are lacking. Like you're not getting in calcium. You're not getting in vitamin K, vitamin B, vitamin E, and all that stuff from your food. You can still get bad results from intermittent fasting. So you see people do it, right? I see. And most of the time it's guys on YouTube, girl, they have a cheat day, intermittent fasting feast day, and they're eating 10,000 calories. They're going to every restaurant on the block and they're eating each and everything they can find, right? If it does not support the health of your body, Sometimes you can still have health problems. You can still have health problems. I'll just say it like that. I want to let you know that, because you'll see the hype on YouTube. You'll see it. Like I don't even have to share the videos with you. You'll see it. If you're looking at intermittent fasting, you'll see how some people are eating each and everything up under the sun, and they're still not really improving their relationship with healthy food from intermittent fasting. So I want to just encourage you, even though you're intermittent fasting and you have more leeway, be cautious and be conscious of the things that you put in your body when you do eat. Okay. And there's one more thing I wanted to share with you guys. Okay. There's one more thing I want to share with you guys, which is the way that intermittent fasting helps you to prevent certain diseases. Okay. So one thing that it helps you to improve, and this is a cool one for everybody who has blood pressure issues, anything heart related, really, intermittent fasting improve those things. And this is scientific studies. This is the Hopkins Medicine Journal. So these are scientific studies letting you know that if you are intermittent fasting, it improves your heart function, your blood pressure, and your cholesterol. That's a cool thing. Okay. So if you are looking for those things, but you're also eating things that are high in animal fat or cholesterol, be very cautious. Okay. This may be a reason why you're not getting good results with intermittent fasting. So I wanted to make sure I shared that and kind of gave that disclaimer, because a lot of people won't tell you that. There was a guy on YouTube and he used to talk about, how he would just go to McDonald's every day. He was doing alternate day fasting, I believe. And on the days that he ate, he would go to McDonald's and get burgers, fries, milkshakes. He would go and get everything. And he would go and he would show how he was still losing weight on this diet, on his McDonald's diet, y'all. He would go 60 days or whatever on McDonald's and he was still losing weight because he was doing intermittent fasting. I mean, yes, it's a life hack. Yes, it's magical in that way. Yes, it improves how our body functions. But I still want you to be cautious about how you're treating your body and what you're telling your body. Like, if you tell your body, I'm a garbage can because I'm eating each and everything up under the sun, I'm eating trash food, I'm eating junk food, your body is going to treat you like it's a garbage can. I'm just saying. We're getting juicy today, right? And if you treat your body like it is a temple, you give it the best. And sometimes you treat your body and you treat yourself to good things that taste good, that feel good to eat. The body's going to respond in that way. Okay. So that's it, you guys. Let's see. I want to also share with you some people who should not intermittent fast. Okay. And I just have my notes right here. So let me make sure. Okay. So let's talk about who should not be intermittent fasting. Because, we kind of talked about who would not be getting results with intermittent fasting, why intermittent fasting may not be working for you. But I also want to let you know, like, when you should stop intermittent fasting and who should not be intermittent fasting. Okay. Because I have to give this disclaimer. It's not for everybody. It will get probably everybody results, right? However, it's not going to be the best for everybody. And let me tell you who that would be. So for women who are underweight, if you are underweight, I would not recommend intermittent fasting. Even if you just want to do it for mental clarity or whatever it is, I would say wait till you get to a weight where you feel healthy and energetic to begin intermittent fasting. Okay. For anybody who is struggling with weight gain, I would not recommend intermittent fasting. Like, period. Okay. If you're struggling with weight gain, and you're trying to gain weight for healthy reasons, you really want to get to feel comfortable in your body and also feel energetic, like you just feel like your body's not functioning at its best at your low weight, then intermittent fasting would not be for you. Okay. Anybody who is pregnant or breastfeeding should not attempt intermittent fasting unless you are very clear on your milk supply, how to keep up your milk supply. For pregnancy, I would never recommend it. Okay. If you're like, hey, I'm gaining weight a little too fast during this pregnancy, what should I do, Ameera? Baby girl, intermittent fasting would not be on my list. I would tell you eat a salad with every meal. I would tell you make sure you're getting 7 to 10 cups of vegetables, make sure you're drinking enough water, and fill up with vegetables. Make sure you're eating enough protein and enough healthy fat. I would not tell you to do intermittent fasting, okay? And I want to be very clear about that. And also, I want to share this though, because this is interesting. And this is something as a coach, I'm really interested in kind of expounding on more. So I would love to network and kind of talk to other coaches and other moms about their experience with this. With breastfeeding during intermittent fasting, I did not attempt it at all during the first 6 months of intermittent fasting. Matter of fact, more so to the 1 year mark did I feel comfortable with intermittent fasting. Okay. Reason why is it can be easy to lose weight with intermittent fasting because it can be easier to get in less calories. However, when you're breastfeeding, what I always suggest is you need to be eating about 500 calories more than your maintenance or what is normal for you. And that will help you to keep up your milk supply. Okay. So while I wouldn't recommend it, I have done it. And many other moms that I know have done it. And have done it successfully and still lost weight and still kept up their milk supply. But it's something you have to work with someone with. You have to be comfortable and have a high milk supply anyway that's not easily affected anymore. And I would just be very careful. I would say definitely reach out to me if you want to do that and we can talk more about it. But yeah, it's kind of tricky and it's kind of touch and go because all women are just so different and everyone's breastfeeding journey is so different. Okay. So someone else who should not attempt intermittent fasting would be someone with, or I should say who should not attempt intermittent fasting without consulting with a seriously experienced holistic doctor, holistic practitioner or doctor. Someone who knows what they're talking about and has experience with this. Okay. Because if they don't, they cannot recommend you to do intermittent fasting. Okay. But for someone with glucose issues, okay. So if you have hypoglycemia, if you have hyperglycemia, if you have pre-diabetes or diabetes, be very careful. Let me tell you why. Because intermittent fasting gets you in a fat burning zone and it starts to cause your body to use the glucose that is in your muscles, right? And that's great for us, right? That's great because we want to get as much glucose out of the body as possible so we can lose the weight, right? However, if you are diabetic or you have glucose issues, this could cause your blood sugar to rise, okay? However, this is another tricky subject, okay? Because my brother who has diabetes, he does very well with eating 1 meal a day. He just still does take insulin, but he takes a lot less than other people with type 1 diabetes. He has type 1 diabetes, so that's also something to know, okay? Hi. He does very well with eating 1 meal a day. And there are many other people on YouTube who are healing diabetes naturally with intermittent fasting. But I would say be at the care and under the watchful eye of someone who has experience with this because it can make your blood sugar rise fast and it can also make it very low fast depending on what's going on with it. Okay. So there are a few other things that I want to kind of talk to you about, but for someone who has disordered eating or has a history of disordered eating, like if you're the type of person who you would, eat a lot of food, binge, and then maybe have bulimia or bulimic tendencies, or kind of have issues with eating a lot at once, or it makes you feel a certain way about yourself. And I talked about this on day one. I want to let you know that don't try intermittent fasting. Don't go to the extreme first. Heal that relationship with food. And we're going to talk more about that on the last day. And so I'm pretty excited about talking to you about that. But if you've had issues with your eating tendencies and kind of disordered tendencies in eating, don't don't attempt intermittent fasting right away, and definitely don't attempt it alone. Go with a coach, have someone who can help you to kind of walk through that process so that you get better at distinguishing between your fasting patterns and the way that you were thinking about food before. Okay. So that's a huge thing. And also, I wanted to tell you guys about something that was really interesting. There's an article on Eat This Not That, and it talks about like people who should not intermittent fast. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting because it talked about people who should not intermittent fast, and I have a few to add. You know me, I have a few to add. So, and I also have a few to take out of this. They say if you have sleeping issues, you should not try intermittent fasting, because if your intermittent fasting window, they say, is too early in the day, you may struggle with falling asleep or staying asleep because you may be going to bed hungry. And I really haven't had that problem with intermittent fasting. And most people, including myself, sleep better when they're not eating late into the night, because I'm a late night snacker, can definitely have that habit, right? So I know that about myself. When I eat late, I don't sleep as well. So I don't agree with them on that. Okay. I just don't agree. The next one that I didn't agree with was I definitely agree with if you have had an eating disorder or disorder eating in the past. But also they said that if you're trying to build muscle mass, you should not do intermittent fasting. And that is not true. Okay. For myself and for thousands of other people, you can check on YouTube, real life examples, Black women fasting our way, so many different groups on Facebook, right? People who are losing weight, but also building muscle mass at the same time with intermittent fasting. So I want to just encourage you, if you've heard that before, if you are worried about that, don't worry. I'm still building muscle mass with intermittent fasting, and many people still are. The only thing you have to remember is make sure you're still hitting enough healthy fats, healthy protein, healthy carbs while you're fasting. Not while you're fasting, because then you wouldn't be eating. But while you're eating, make sure you're still hitting those healthy targets for your body size, okay? And you can still build muscle. People are still doing it. If y'all know Mike Rashid on YouTube, he's a bodybuilder, has been for many years. Real big guy, real jacked. And he's been eating 1 meal a day for like many years. I think he's one of the first people I ever saw doing it. And I was like, what? Like, he's eating 1 meal a day? So yeah, you can still build muscle mass. And they said if you have digestion issues, okay? Now I will say intermittent fasting will not be for you if you have digestive issues, like poor gut health right now. Then I would say go back to my core challenge where I talked about gut health, and I'll tell you some foods to take out of your diet and kind of get a better relationship with some healthier foods for your gut. And then once you do that, and you do it for consecutive a few months, then you can get into intermittent fasting. But I would definitely say address that first. I wouldn't say you can never do it, but address that first, your gut health. Okay. And then if you are doing something that requires a lot of attention and focus, now this one's interesting because I've never had the amount of attention and focus any other time really than I have fasting. So it's kind of, I guess it depends on the person, but for most people that I know, for hundreds of people that I've heard of or that I've met online, fasting improves their focus. Okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. The last thing I want to say is, if you are a rebellious type personality and you don't like to eat within certain time window, intermittent fasting may not be for you. So that's the other thing. That's the thing that I personally wanted to add. So today, let's do a quick recap. We have talked about, my mind just went blank. We have talked about why intermittent fasting is not working for you. Okay, some things that you need to improve upon if you want to continue or to start getting results with intermittent fasting. Why accidental intermittent fasting is a joke. Okay, and we all need to do better. And then also who should not be intermittent fasting. Okay. And sometimes when you should stop if you feel symptoms of any of these things. So if you're doing your workout and you feel so dizzy that you have to sit down, you need to go ahead and get your recovery drink and just end your fast a little early, and that's okay. Okay. So I want to share that with y'all. I hope that was helpful. I will see y'all tomorrow. Let me pull up my topic for tomorrow. And if y'all have any questions, you can ask them now. I'm going to pull up my topic for tomorrow. It's the right one. I can't find it. Okay, I can't find my document with my information. I can't find my document with the information. But I'll share that with you guys for tomorrow. And then I'll invite you to the event. If you're in the Facebook group, you'll be getting updates and you'll be getting the link sent right out to you in the email afterwards. So I love you guys. If you have any questions, just leave them under this video or leave them in the Facebook group event. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.